Good morning, everyone. Thank you, Eris, as always, for putting the Madi things up and this way up. Good morning. Christine, good morning. Nice to see you. Hope you're having a lovely day. Well, start of the day. And then we have this way up. And I am live on Rumble. Holy God, I did it. Maybe, possibly. We don't know. Look, we're trying. But we do have a double dose of Florida Man and Florida Woe Man. And the first one is a sovereign citizen because, oh my God, I love y'all. That's how it goes. Well, I'll take those numbers. I mean, that doesn't math, but I don't math anyway, so. Good morning, Debbie W, AC Wildflower, Lil Peanut, Jason J, Susan Rainey, it's me, Josie. You know, I'll take that math, I really will. Freiber is not happy because he is going to have to get his nails filed. But we have a sovereign citizen, so let's get on to that. You should be able to hear this video, but I believe, and not only is he a sovereign citizen for our first story, but he is a Florida man, sovereign citizen. So let's buckle our seatbelts. Let's pray to dumpster Jesus because this is Florida. This is Florida.
That's not going to change anything. He's saying I got to have a valid driver license to operate a motor vehicle in the state of Florida. Yes, sir.
Caught on camera, an unusual traffic stop involving a person who calls himself a sovereign citizen. And it's not the first time Volusia County deputies have had to deal with something like this.
Well, and let me go through because
the Volusia are facing.
All right, because they kind of get a little irritated if you take their commentary for some reason. But let's get to, they're asking me for a valid driver's license because this is going to get good. Hopefully there's a taser rating.
Deputies pulled this man over because of his license plate. It reads Global Postal Union Treaty. The driver speaks with a woman on the phone while handing the deputy a stack of...
Or oh my spangles. Did he make his own license plate? Sir, you have made my Wednesday. Look, I thought it was going to be the highlight of my week because generally all the Smexy new books come out on Kindle, and I do have to do a members, an early release members video, and then straight to everyone of my pick for Kindle Unlimited or just Kindle books and other books that I enjoy. You know, my semi-shirtless books, I figured I would, but oh my gosh, did he just, he DIY'd his own license plate. Bless his little heart. This is gonna, and he has, you know what? He has his own pocket protector with all of his documentation of his land craft. I mean, I don't want to be impressed, but I am impressed, if you will.
Of papers instead of a driver's license.
I will be looking at that. Why did I think that was tomorrow, though? But I will be on
the
that.
Suspect, identified as Destry Wagerman, is put in handcuffs. The woman who he was on the phone with rolls up.
Now get out.
It ends with Laura Lynn Nabozny's window getting broken, and she gets arrested too.
No
Attorney
taser
Mike
rating?
Pinella says he's seen several of these cases over the years and has heard different reasons people claim they're exempt.
For example, like a favorite one is I'm not driving, I'm traveling, which is sort of what's come up in this case. And so therefore, because
I am
I'm
a traveler
based on the privileges and the immunities clause of the Constitution.
While there are different groups of sovereign citizens with different beliefs, Pinella says he's never seen them successfully skirt the law.
I've never seen it work because at the end of the day, you're still going to be brought in front of a judge. And now you're just basically making the judge mad. I saw one person get so upset.
No, you are simply. Did you look at the Darrell Brooks lawful law book? He had, what is it, Black's Legal Dictionary, the Bible. I think that's what he called it because he obviously didn't read and apply the damned book. The book wasn't damned. The Bible is good. He just read it and apparently it translated into circus music. Come at me, Darrell, man of God. with your little pencil nubbin once you get done, writing your sovereign citizen book. Any hoozle.
Upset that he actually got into a physical confrontation and threw over counsel table in the middle of the courtroom.
And the man you saw in his truck was arrested for driving without a license and driving an unregistered vehicle. Both of those people were arrested for resisting officers. In the studio, Connor Hansen, Fox 35 News.
But was it lawful law? And I'm going to say, you know what? If there was gold fringe, as per Dale Gribble, there is gold fringe on this here, flag, which indicates that we are in a maritime court. Sal, where was your question? Sorry. I have all the squirrels going, and then he made his own license plate, and I was, well, now, look, you don't have to follow the laws, but you have all your rights. I mean, it really is the very best of buffet, legalism, which I intend to enjoy, buffet legalism. But now we are going into actual Brave because we have another Florida woe man, and she is full of all the woe, I am sure, mainly because, they found out that her ticket to Dubai was, there. But we definitely have found out more about the Donna Adelson arrest, and it is all of the cray as per usual. You definitely didn't think we were going to leave out the craziness with this family. Now, I may have watched Irritating Ken Man for this video. Not yet. I don't know. I think we're sticking with Florida generally. But the Adelson matriarch apparently forgot and or did not remember that loving calls to her, now convicted son were going to be recorded. So, abandoning code altogether, she decided to tell poor little Charlie in the clink that she was either going to self-delete or get the hell out of Dodge. Now, cops, being as they are, decided that they better haul behind because they realized that this woman had looked up non-extradition countries and had both plans to go to either Dubai or Vietnam, where I'm sure she would have blended in well. Ma'am, you are as pale as I am. In no way. But let's continue. Exhibit 100% stupid. The 73-year-old matriarch of the Adelson family, who prosecutors repeatedly said hated her former son-in-law, Dan Markel, was arrested in Miami on Monday night. And what this article doesn't get into is that it was like on the jet runway, not runway, but the little waiting area. So they got there in the nick of time. I believe that the arrest warrant was signed at 5:30 p.m. And once they start having hearings and stuff, I will definitely follow this. So 1 week after her dentist son, Charlie Adelson, was found guilty of the July 18th, 2014 murder for hire plot that took the life of Florida State University law professor, amid a contentious custody battle, Miami-Dade County Corrections and Rehabilitation records reviewed by Law and Crime showed that she was booked into jail at 10:08. So really, I mean, they got her nearly at time of liftoff. Now, it does not say what she is charged with yet. I do believe that her probable cause affidavit and her charging documents might be out, and I'm going to look into those because those will definitely be a video or a stream. And I definitely want to hear lawyers go over voir dire when they're trying to find, an impartial jury, and they have to explain. They have to explain, all right, okay, would you be prejudiced against a grandmother, one generation removed from the Holocaust of a Jewish diaspora, threatening to dress her son up as, followers of a struggling Austrian painter with a weird mustache for reasons. I mean, would that make you would that frost your flakes enough to just not be bi? Would that take away your impartiality? Good morning, atheist and yes, Fry is getting huge. He is getting a crate. Thank you, Christine. I will look for that. I definitely need to do a lot of things. There's a couple things that I want to cover. Definitely the sentencing hearing for the boys that unalived the Spanish teacher. There is testimony from the father that I was listening to this morning that is just very compelling. And I think it's something that we could maybe have a talk about. Yes. Look, Fry may have eaten my petty patch, so I might need to have someone from Etsy make me an official non-Fry eatable petty patch that I can put on that is not made of foam and apparently Fry incentive. But I am full on petty at this point with this family, so I am not going to be objective. I can't wait to see her in a jumpsuit. I may or may not have a wig that might go exactly with her. I may have a Donna Adelson wig. I may be able to get in full character. I may also have found gel so I can reprise Sarah Boone. But let's get off of the 73 squirrels that we are on because we have yet another Florida case. It is a Florida heavy day. Florida mistress uses sugar daddy's gun in love triangle car shooting with baby inside. I think we're going to need this again. Florida, whoa, man. What is going on here? Look, all of my squirrels, today is a Wednesday, and for reasons I cannot even deign to understand, I am on full squirrel. They're all going in 27 different directions, like they are trying to beat Usain Bolt at running fastness. In Daytona Beach, a Daytona Beach love triangle. No, you can just stop there. I think we know. And good morning, Alexandra and Danny T and Peace Peony and Atheist Ann. Did I say hi to you? If not, good morning. And yes, I am on Rumble. It looks like I may have figured out how to do Rumble. So I am Mo in the deep, all one thing, no spaces. At Rumble, if you don't feel like going to YouTube, if you are breaking up with YouTube, you don't have to break up with me. I may have become, I've upgraded from crummy to semi literate on Rumble, sort of. So, and yes, you're right. She does look like Nancy Pelosi's skeleton. But let's get back to Daytona Beach. A Daytona Beach love triangle reached a violent climax after a 20-year-old woman was arrested for allegedly firing shots into a woman's car while her 1-year-old child was in the back seat with a gun belonging to her quote-unquote sugar daddy, according to deputies. Zahara Percy, who is believed to be the mistress of the victim's boyfriend, was arrested and charged with shooting into a vehicle, a felony, according to the arrest affidavit from Volusia County Sheriff's Office. The incident happened in front of the apartment complex in Daytona Beach around 9 p.m. on November 4th. The woman who was shot flagged down deputies and told them that while she was on her way to Wendy's with her child, can no one look, y'all, as a person trying to cut carbs, but can no one understand the sanctity of a good Frosty for the love of Cheetos? And a child. That apparently is the mistress. That is the mistress. Because of course it is. The car was spotted driving past her home a few times a days leading up to the incident, and the woman wanted to know why. The woman was parked close to the car for about 2 minutes before she saw her boyfriend and her daughter's father walk out of the unknown apartment with an unknown woman. Alright, so this okay, so the boyfriend's we need the board of truth because this is holy God. It's Florida. Oh. Alrighty. So we'll put dude with a baseball cap because I can draw. So this is a man, and then this is his original girlfriend, who apparently decided to go with smallest child to get a lovely Frosty. And also spy on side piece with the weird hairs. So apparently, while going to get a Frosty, but also spy on whoever this chick who was actually going and driving by their house several times, like freaking Fatal Attraction and Bunny Boiler, that she may or allegedly looks like a bunny boiler. Look, it's a triangle. You've got weird dude, and I want to see a picture of this man because I'm guessing he is, well, just so handsome. And then you've got weird lady, and then you've got a Frosty, because that's really the important part of this entire thing. So this woman's driving around by her sugar daddy's house. Sugar daddy doesn't not want wife to know, or girlfriend to know about side piece. But apparently wife is observant to situational awareness and realizes that strange car is, strolling by house, casing the joint. So bribes smallest child with Frosty to follow car driving slowly back to her apartment where old dude is. I can't. Y'all, Glenn Close done unalived a bunny, and y'all still want to do these love triangles. Glenn Close is freaking crazy and scary. I'm just saying. All right. The woman parked close to the car for about 2 minutes before she saw her boyfriend and her daughter's father, who apparently are the same person. I hope so. Unless this is now a love quadrangle. A frickin' Stevie Nicks and good Lord. Out of the apartment with an unknown woman, the report said. That woman was later identified as Percy. She has a gun, someone shouted. Witnesses say they saw the woman and Percy having a verbal argument. Percy was then seen running to her car, opening the trunk, grabbing an object, and pointing it down the street towards the direction of the victim, according to surveillance footage obtained by the deputies. Y'all, there is Jerry Springer for this. Well, Steve Wilco for this. She fired a couple of shots directed at the woman's car, where her 1-year-old child was sitting in the back seat, before fleeing the scene with an unnamed person. The woman said she'd never seen Percy before. The woman and her child were not injured in the incident. Praise the Lord, because if that child had gotten hurt, this woman, I'm just saying, already trashy and ridiculous and tawdry. 2 shell casings and a live bullet were found directly in front of the apartment building. According to the affidavit, the gun, however, was not found on the scene. Look, this woman done left all the evidence and all the guiltiness. She's caught on camera. Yeah. Percy was eventually identified in a lineup by a witness, and deputies caught up with her at a traffic stop on November 10th. There were 3 people in the car. A deputy asked the rear passenger for her name, and she was ID'd as the suspect in the case. Percy was taken into custody and later transported to the Volusia County Branch Jail on a $5,000 bond. She's since been released. Of course she has, because she is a person that we need in society. Definitely. Definitely, definitely. Deputies asked Percy for consent to search her car to find the gun, but she said she returned it to her sugar daddy. Oh, God. Someone is paying this woman's bills. Okay. All right. We'll just go with it. In other news, a 15-year-old breaks his own Jenga stacking records and inspires a Hallmark film. It was almost uplifting until you added Hallmark film. But my mother will be happy because she loves Hallmark films. I can't. They're all the same daggone film. I know she loves them. I know, look, I may be the only lady that doesn't love them, but they're always the same daggone film. You know, man or woman CEO, evil Grinch Christmas guy comes to shut down single parent widow slash cancer survivor baker. You know, they end up falling in love by the magic of Christmas and the end. I can't. Sal, there we go. It Dennis, I have done stated that I am full tangent today. I am not even I am not even attempting to be a rectangle. I am just a tangent today. I will have to see. Oh, I will definitely. I have gotten deep into The Good Doctor. I don't know why I can relate to him. No idea. A British Columbia 15-year-old broke his own Guinness World Record for stacking Jenga blocks and has ended up becoming the basis for a Hallmark Christmas movie. I must send this to my mom. Alden Maxwell set his first Guinness World Record in 2021 when he stacked 631 Jenga blocks on a base composed of a single block. Oh, this could never have been done. In my house because there's a Griffin and a Fry in my house. And Griffin and Fry, my boy, is what Griffin calls Fry for some reason. He decided he's Irish. He's like, "Fry, my boy." Like, are you eating too many Lucky Charms? Okay, no tangents. Whew. He broke his own record later that year with 1,400 blocks and managed a similar feat with giant Jenga blocks stacking 500. Side note, any parents who are wanting to get the giant Jenga blocks, I got them and they are wonderful, but they are also loud. So if you have hardwood or vinyl, I would invest in a rug because it sounds like the entire world is tumbling down. I can't imagine. Him having accents that he comes in and out of from me? I may resemble that remark. So anyway, he gets his own oh lord, now how in the hell did this mutate into a Hallmark movie? Maxwell's skills caught the attention of cable TV network Hallmark Movies and Mysteries, which turned his story into a film, A World Record Christmas. Oh god. Sounds terrible. I mean, this sounds wonderful, which premieres Thursday. So if you like Christmas movies before Thanksgiving, uh, it stars Nikki DeLoach, Lucas Bryant, and Alias Dalman. Look, I have not met anyone. Okay, I thought it was tomorrow, but okay, thank you so much, Christine. Let me write that down. That is a great big help. Thank you, Christine. I actually organized and past me thought future me would remember where I put things, which only vaguely happens. So thank you so much. I will write that. I am writing that down currently and we'll pick that up. I thought it was tomorrow, but as I have been, like I said, 87 squirrels all going in different directions, you know, with one hamster, I believe. So I don't know any of these people, but Maxwell has a cameo in the film, helping him achieve his goal of acting on screen. Oh, this just looks Hallmark-tastic. look, I'm okay watching, Die Hard and Rambo First Blood as a and if there's always, you know, oh gosh, what was that Razzies movie? Battlefield Earth, if you wanna see if you wanna see a terrible movie. Okay, in more controversial news, and I waited to report on this story until we got a little bit more information because the internet kind of ran with this, um, before we everyone kind of got their own opinions. It was wild speculation, and I am at least trying to give you fact-ishness in newsy news. But 8 teens arrested in the fatal beating of Los Angeles or no, sorry, not Los Angeles, Las Vegas 17-year-old Jonathan Lewis, and it was sparked over stolen headphones. So I'm sure you guys, if you have been exposed to the internet, have seen this footage, and this has caused, a lot of people popping off with hot takes, and maybe you guys have wondered why I haven't reported on it yet with Newsy News. I did want to wait until we had at least either some arrests or some actual facts before I spoke on it for anything, just because, look, everyone can do a hot take. I figured y'all could make your own hot takes if you wanted hot takes. I'm just a mouthy redhead, but I tried at least to give you some facts. 8 teens were arrested and charged with murder in the, quote, senseless beating of 17-year-old Jonathan Lewis Jr., authorities revealed Tuesday. The after-school fight in Las Vegas started over stolen headphones. The 8 suspects were taken into custody and booked into juvenile hall after the disturbing footage of the vicious beatdown spread across social media in the recent days. The I don't know why I keep Las Vegas Metro Police Department said in a press conference, Lewis died on November 7th, and sadly, I've been following this case. It seemed like they had kept him on life support, um, for a while to see if brain swelling and other injuries would go down, and unfortunately, that just didn't happen, and I pray for the family of the victim, but also and I think I'm going to do a stream probably this afternoon, but, I did wanna do a stream of the father's testimony in the, Spanish teacher unaliving the 2 students that unalived the Spanish teacher for a bad grade, because I think it gives a heartbreaking view of the other side of parents of the perpetrators who can sometimes be genuine victims who tried their very best and their kids did something really horrible, really stupid, and really awful. That being said, I'm my thoughts are with everyone affected by this, and hopefully it isn't used for shenanigans, but it's the internets. Um, Lewis died on November 7th, less than a week after he was punched and kicked on the ground in a back alley near Rancho High School. His cause of death was blunt force trauma and classified as a homicide, authorities said during the press conference streamed by the Las Vegas Review-Journal. The arrested teens, ranging from the age of 13 to 17, and Rancho High students were quickly identified from the graphic video, police said. 2 more unidentified suspects are still being sought. None of the arrested teens were named by the police because of their ages. The initial fight on November 1st between Lewis and unnamed peer was over stolen wireless headphones and a possible stolen vape pen stemming from other incidents earlier in the week, said Las Vegas homicide Lieutenant Jason Johannesson. Jonason? The items stolen were either from Lewis or one of Lewis's friends, police said. The victim's father, also named John Lewis, had previously said that Lewis was standing up for one of his smaller friends before the fatal melee. Quote, I just love my children with all my heart, and it's unimaginable that we could ever come to this point, Lewis's father previously told 8 News Now. After the first punch was thrown between Lewis and his peer, a mob of students swarmed him and pushed him to the ground where they continued their assault, according to footage posted online. The detective called the brutal attack void of humanity and heinous. He stressed police do not have evidence the beating was a hate crime in response to speculation that the attack involved a racial component. The investigation is far from over as Las Vegas police are seeking the public's help in identifying other assailants, Under Sheriff Andrew Walsh said. So yes, I know that there are certain components, and look, you all are smart people. You guys can make up your own minds. I'm going to give you the facts. I have my own opinion, but everyone does. I'm not here to give you guys I'm here to give you guys my thoughts on some things, but I am not here to yeah. Yeah, I know. But I'm not here to tell you how to think. I'm just going to give you the facts. And there's a way to approach this that I think would be better, but I don't have all the answers. I am a mouthy redhead on the internet. In other news, comedian Bert Kreischer, and I believe he is the comedian famous for being shirtless as portrayed here, sidelined a woman protester at the Netflix Cup in Vegas. So I'm probably butchering his last name, but Mr. Kreischer, or I'm just going to call him Bert. Bert is apparently a man of many talents. As the beginning of the Netflix Cup in Las Vegas went on air Tuesday, the comedian could be seen making a beeline to stop a woman who was protesting from interrupting the event. The protester appeared to be holding a sign urging Formula One to cut ties with the Iditarod dog sled race. As the 51-year-old Bert grabbed the woman, she was screaming about how more than 150 dogs, and the cameras quickly cut away before the viewers could see the resolution. The Netflix Cup is a series of events featuring golfers and Formula One drivers in advance of the Formula One race in Las Vegas this weekend. Netflix has already aired a reality series, Drive to Survive, in full swing, featuring competitors from both sports. Tuesday features a golf portion from the Netflix Cup. The game will be played in a scramble format where each player on the team hits a tee shot at the same time. Y'all, all I know about golf is putt-putt, so I'm guessing that they're doing one of those long thingies. It's a sports thing, but apparently this man is a man of many talents while shirtless. Then the team strategized to select the best ball for their next shot. The event features pairings such as golfer Colin Morwaka and Pierre Gasly, Justin Thomas, Carlos Sainz, Max Homa, Alex Albon, Ricky Fowler, and Lando Norris. I know none of these people. Anywho, Bert is serving the equivalent of a sideline reporter at the event. Other commentators for the event include Kay Adams and Marshawn Lynch. I have sports ball. So if you like Formula One, maybe, you know what? Maybe Baker is watching this for Formula One. Let's see. In redonkulous news, an Illinois family could not get GPS data for their carjacked vehicle with sun inside unless they paid a fee. What in all of the terrible optics, you giant weirdo company, do you think this is going to do for you? I mean, you want to talk about looking really, yeah, your marketing team's going to look awesome on this one. Libertyville, Illinois. A terrifying carjacking and kidnapping in Libertyville earlier this year was made even worse when the carmaker refused to provide GPS tracking information to the police. Volkswagen, you're not looking good. Now the family that survived the harrowing ordeal is filing a lawsuit against Volkswagen, alleging that its failure to help in this life or death drama has left them traumatized. Well, I mean, I would just say, I would just say, y'all are assholes. But I wouldn't put traumatized. I'd just put assholes. But I'm sure that you have to put traumatized in there. Sure, so apparently they had to pay for CarNet. Taylor Shepard, the carjacking victim, had just returned home in her home in Libertyville last February when another car suddenly pulled into her driveway, and a masked man jumped behind the wheel of her Volkswagen Atlas. Her 2-year-old son Isaiah was still strapped into his car seat in the back. Immediately, my heart just dropped into my stomach, and I ran to the car as fast as I could. Y'all, I mean, it's Illinois, but holy cow, stay strapped. Because someone would be going to Webley Jesus, okay? Remembered Shepard when she tried to stop the carjacking? The carjackers ran right over her. They ran over the entire left side of my body. There were tire tracks all over the left side of my stomach, said Shepard. With a badly broken pelvis and 6 months pregnant. Okay, these people just need to be Snake Island yeeted into the sun. I am done with peoples. Shepard crawled down the driveway and called 911. You are one strong mama. Never mind. You are traumatized. Volkswagen is now going to be this mama's wagon because all the monies. And I'm a juror, so I'm allowed to use my emotions. I don't care. They said, do you have an app on your phone through Volkswagen? And I said, yes, I have that. That's when the Volkswagen CarNet app, which allows users to track their car and eventually even turn off the engine remotely. But when Lakes County Sheriff's deputy called Volkswagen explaining the kidnapping, the representative said that Taylor's service had expired and refused to provide GPS information unless they received $150. Oh, Volkswagen. Oh, Volkswagen. Oh, Mr. Volkswagen. Well, look, this is the only thing I will say about it. But, it's a little intimidating going into a kind of area where everyone has a law degree. And I only have, my momisms. But just because I have my momism doesn't mean that my points might not be valid. That being said, it's redonkulous. It's all redonkulous. The worst nightmare you could ever imagine, Gregory. What in the actual crapola is this last name? Covidacoulis? Isaiah's father, just knowing that your kid is gone and you can't really do anything about it, and knowing these people on the other side of the phone that are capable of doing something about it, and they're just telling you no. Eventually, Shepard's father gave the Volkswagen representative a credit card and paid the bill to unlock the information, but by then Isaiah had been found wandering near a parking lot in Waukegan, and the stolen car was found abandoned a few miles away. Now the family is suing Volkswagen and the CarNet service, saying it can't happen to another family. It's $150, the attorney Gerald Beckman, who filed the lawsuit on behalf of the family. It shocks the conscience to hear that someone could refuse to turn on information on a kidnapped child for a $150 subscription renewal. Taylor later gave birth to a healthy baby boy, now 4 months old, but says the ordeal has left a scar on the family, especially Isaiah. He has night terrors, nightmares, so we're all in therapy. Yeah, this family, That's ridiculous. And their public relations outreach people are like, the hell is wrong with people? In other Illinois news, because I seem to just be grouping states together for some reason, a missing Illinois police chief's body found after stomach-turning complaint against girlfriend. Uh, Interesting. Murder charges were reinstated against an Illinois woman who is accused of lethally poisoning a local police chief's food with eye drops. Do we have another eye drops case? The charges were dropped against Marcy Oglesby, 51, in March after a trial judge sided with her defense team's argument that Oglesby was deprived of her right to a speedy trial. An Illinois appeals court overturned that decision, and Oglesby is back in jail on charges of first-degree murder and concealing the death of a person in connection with Richard Young's gruesome death. Young, 71, was a retired police chief in Maquin, Illinois, and was in a relationship with Oglesby at the time of his death, according to court documents. She seems like a lovely, just bright, sunshiny person. I don't. Yeah, this is not going to end well for you, Volkswagen. I know, she looks like the kind of person that says hello to strangers on the side of the street. P.S. Ma'am, your entry into the Resting Bee Face Hall of Fame has been sent in the mail. It will be filed to your correctional facility, and it will have to go through certain steps, but you will receive your entry form fairly soon. A pungent odor emanating from the West Central Illinois storage unit in Knox County prompted police response in October 7th, 2022. Upon being led inside, officers observed a cardboard box covered by a blanket with cat litter poured around it. Do I want to know? The 18-page appellate court decision says, quote, at first, Oglesby claimed the odor was caused by old clothes and a possum that had died in the unit. Blame the possums. However, Oglesby eventually admitted there was a body in the box, and when she opened it, the officers discovered human remains dressed in a flannel shirt and partially wrapped in plastic. Okay. And cat litter for some reason. 4 days later, she was arrested and charged with concealing a non-homicidal death. Her lawyer, Chief Public Defender David Henson, couldn't immediately be reached for comment. The case was adjourned multiple times until February 2023, when prosecutors tacked on even more severe charges of first-degree murder, first-degree attempted murder, aggravated battery, and concealment of a homicidal death. Oglesby allegedly used eye drops and citalopram, an antidepressant prescription, to poison Young's food and drink, and he died somewhere between October 2021 and December 2021, according to court documents. Yeah, don't blame things on possums. Probably. But she doesn't look like a... I don't know. Look, in the long run, I am glad, and we're going to go to the board. I meant to do this, but wrong button. Frybert, what is wrong with you? Oh, for the love of Cheetos. Can I be, sir? I will get, like I said, all the squirrels, every single squirrel, all together and in pieces. And Mr. Mo wonders why I got a bunch of not Lego kits, because ADHD. But, so, as a rule, I am generally glad that our bell curve goes here with a little dip over here. So this is Pinky, and this is Brain. And our criminals seem to generally bell curve over here, while we have a slight brain, but I am okay with the bell curve being more on the pinky side, just for general explanation of Moisms, if you're new. Because if I might use that they are more on the pinky end of the bell curve, well, so Fry may have gotten some a relaxed treat because I do have to work on his nails, and I have found that someone does not like his nails, so I got his nails clipped, and I'm afraid of them. So they've got these little grinder things that are supposed to work, so we're going to try that out. And then welcome, Jude. Yes. Can we bring back the Animaniacs but not change anything? I don't want y'all to do anything to it. I would just like to see it. I love the Animaniacs. Could we just do that? She allegedly okay, so why he was hidden in a storage unit, let's figure this one out. His body was allegedly hidden in a storage unit for about a year until law enforcement caught on. What was she walking around in flannel pretending to be him? Did she say he had gone on a cruise? I mean, how do you unalive someone? Very good idea. I will start doing that. That is a wonderful idea. Thank you guys so much for all of your general, collective internet knowledge and also puppy knowledge. Oglesby allegedly told an investigator in Knox County Sheriff's Office that Young died in their home from the coof, according to court documents. She allegedly told investigators that she hid his body in the storage unit because she could not fulfill Young's final wishes, which she described as wanting to be buried at an Indian burial mound, and did not know what to do with it, court documents said. I've always told Mr. Mo, like, just recycle me and or taxidermy me so I can hold the candy thing for Halloween. Look, I'm a generally weird person. I don't know. Oglesby would go to various locations of Dollar General, buy all of the eye drops they had on the shelf, witness told investigators, and court documents allege. Look, maybe the storage unit was built upon an ancient alien ancient alien and Indian burial ground, so she marked off 2 boxes. She allegedly told investigators how the eye drops were administered both in food and drinks, and indicated that both Oglesby and the witness ultimately wanted Young out of the house, and he basically refused to leave, according to court documents. In January, investigators found a copious amount of discarded eye drop bottles, a pill crusher, a package for the pill crusher, and receipts for the eye drops at Dollar General during an execution of a search, court documents allege. Pretrial hearing is set for January 2024. I mean, this woman seems to, I have no idea. She seems all the innocent until proven guilty with recipients, if you will. And that is the newsy news today. So we have all of the Florida with our, sovereign citizen, then our Donna Adelson, and I do have that wig, and Donna, it will not be flattering. And then we've got Sugar Mama, or Sugar Baby over here, in a love, quadrangle tangent sort of thing. Yes. If you're into Hallmark movies, apparently this boy's Jenga skills inspired a Hallmark holiday film that will premiere on Thursday. I will have to tell my mother. She enjoys Hallmark movies. I enjoy ancient aliens, so what are you gonna do? 8 teens have been arrested in the death of Jonathan Lewis. More information is coming out. I will give you guys more information as it comes out. Yeah, apparently, it was sparked over possibly a stolen vape pen earlier in the week and stolen wireless headphones. Um, Once the altercation broke out between, you know, Jonathan and one of the people, a bunch of other kids rushed in. They have arrested 8 people. They are looking for 2 other suspects. So if you live in Las Vegas, you might take a look at the, press release and just see if you can help in this case. Comedian Bert Kreischer, more famously known as being shirtless, was able to sideline tackle, well, he didn't tackle, but he definitely stopped a protest woman at the scene of a Netflix Cup thing where I guess they're doing a weird crossover Marvel DC mashup of Formula 1 and golf for reasons. But apparently she's big, hot, mad about the Iditarod, race in Alaska, which, everyone can have their own opinion. I don't know how well everyone takes care of their doggos, and if there are people not taking care of their working doggos up there, then that needs to be stopped, but I don't know about that much to begin with. Hi there before I go, and let's see. Um, Illinois and Volkswagen, well, Volkswagen seems to have a big old PR problem because they refused to give GPS information after a carjacking in which a toddler child was left in the car and a pregnant mother was run over during this carjacking to the police unless someone paid $150 to get them back on the CarNet service subscription. Now they are suing. Now, normally I don't believe in suing people for frivolous reasons, but this is ridiculous. And whoever their public relations manager is for Volkswagen is probably just in full on panic mode because this is a terrible look. It would have been such good PR. It would have been, a feel-good story if they had just comped this, they found the child, and, they helped a family out instead of waiting until the dad pulled out a credit card to give the information to find this child safely. Now, everyone is relatively safe. The mother did have a broken pelvis and did go on to deliver a healthy baby boy, so she now has 2 sons, but obviously this has caused a lot of trauma, and the toddler boy is very afraid of the car, understandably. So, yeah, Volkswagen could have stood up and done the right thing, but of course they didn't because why? And this lovely woman, this light of humanity over here, this, woman who will receive her official entry into the Resting Bee Face competition of 2023. Look, it may take 6 to 8 weeks to get through the correctional facility, but you will receive your profile, application. Please fill it out in number 2 pencil. It's a Scantron sheet. But this particular woman apparently poisoned her then retired police chief boyfriend, uh, who is 71, with copious amounts of eye drops. Apparently, antifreeze is now passe and, a relic of the 80s, early 90s. Now the poison du jour is Visine for some reason. I don't understand it. I don't recommend it. I don't know. Now, she claimed to the police that she kept the body in a storage unit because her late boyfriend had wanted to be buried at an Indian burial mound, whatever that means. And since she was not able to do that at the time, she figured she'd just store him with, the old Xbox in the storage unit for some reason. Now, none of this made any sense, and they were able to find, all the receipts for 900 gallons of Visine, and she talked about it to another witness because of course she did, because she is on the pinky end of the bell curve in criminal law, in criminal justice. So her case is going on soon, so we may have another Visine. So I will be on at noon with some noon newsy news, and then I do want to have a stream in the afternoon, with some of the testimony from so that is a wrap up of the news. And so I will have noon newsy news, and then I will have a stream in the afternoon. It should be about an hour, but I definitely want to maybe do some commentary on the father's testimony in the Spanish teacher unaliving case. This would be the sentencing. And then I also have evening newsy news or nightly newsy news at 7 p.m. Eastern. So all these are Eastern times. I will put up all of the links, and I am on Rumble at Mo in the Deep, all one word, no space, if you guys want to break up with YouTube, but you still want to, not break up with me. It's a them, not a you thing. That is okay. I am adding this week, I'm adding noon because I don't have a trial that I'm looking into right now, so I'm trying to see how noon goes, see if I can add it into the day and still get stuff done. And then also trying to put a couple of other things out, a couple members only videos. So I will be tooling around the ninja net today. So I will have those things up after that. Thank you so much, Jude. I love it. Replay crew is always welcome. And thank you for fitting me in when you are busy. I like that, people have me on the background because I do that with other people, and it's exhilarating and humbling and exciting that some people do that with me now too. So I will see you guys in a little bit. Say one kind thing to yourself and something kind to others if you go out. It's a trick I am trying to use to be less introverted, and to people more. So I try to compliment one person I see or more than one person on something nice. So I am working on peopling because I I could do better. Have a wonderful day if I don't see you again, and I will be on at noon and at 7 p.m. definitely, and I will put up that live stream when I get it ready of the sentencing hearing of the dad's testimony, because I think it's something that we could really get into and maybe have some commentary about. I will see you guys in a little bit. Bye, guys.